After months of anticipation, Disney Plus has finally unveiled the first official stills from Made in Korea 2, instantly igniting excitement among K-drama fans worldwide. Yet what has truly captured viewers' attention is not simply the return of two legendary stars, Hyun and Jung Woo Sung, but the promise of a confrontation that has been brewing for 9 long years. In this new chapter, power, betrayal, and ambition have all evolved into something far more complex and dangerous. If the first season chronicled the rise of an ambitious man determined to climb the ranks, Season 2 appears to tell the story of a man who has reached the summit of power, only to discover that the hunger for control never truly ends. Baek Ki Tae is no longer chasing power, he has become power. In the first season, Baek Ki Tae, portrayed by Hyun, was introduced as a brilliant yet ruthless intelligence officer driven by an insatiable desire for wealth and influence. Working within the Korean Central Intelligence Agency during the turbulent 1970s, he maneuvered through political intrigue and dangerous alliances while relentlessly pursuing his own ambitions. 9 years later, everything has changed. Baek Ki Tae is no longer an ambitious department chief fighting for recognition. He now serves as the acting director of the Korean Central Intelligence Agency and holds the position of second-in-command within the organization. This promotion is more than a career milestone, it symbolizes the countless betrayals, sacrifices, and life-threatening decisions that have brought him to the very heart of the nation's power structure. The newly released images portray a completely transformed Baek Ki Tae. Gone is the impatient ambition of a man climbing the ladder. Instead, viewers see the calm confidence of someone who already controls the game. His cold gaze, composed demeanor, and calculated expressions suggest that he has become even more dangerous, not because of brute force, but because no one can predict his next move. This evolution signals a fascinating shift in the character. Rather than asking how far he is willing to go to gain power, the series now asks how far he will go to protect it. Hyun faces his most sophisticated performance yet. One of the most exciting aspects of Made in Korea 2 is the opportunity to witness Hyun explore a far more layered version of Baek Ki Tae. During the first season, the actor earned praise for balancing elegance with ruthless ambition, creating a character who remained composed even in moments of extreme tension. However, Season 2 presents an entirely different challenge. Baek Ki Tae is no longer merely confronting enemies outside his organization. Now that he stands near the top of the political hierarchy, every decision he makes carries enormous consequences, capable of reshaping the country's balance of power. This means Hyun must portray a man burdened by authority, where every glance, every pause, and every calculated decision reflects the immense weight of leadership and survival. Many industry observers believe this role could become another defining milestone in the actor's already remarkable career. Jung Woo Sung returns to rewrite his destiny. If Baek Ki Tae represents the pinnacle of political power, Jang Geon Young embodies perseverance and redemption. In the first season, the determined prosecutor dedicated himself to exposing Baek Ki Tae's schemes. His failure, however, came at a devastating cost. He was stripped of his position and disappeared from the political battlefield. Now, after nearly a decade, Jang Geon Young returns as a special advisor to the Joint Investigation Committee. Time has not weakened him. Instead, it appears to have sharpened every aspect of his character. His thicker beard, deeper eyes, and colder demeanor reveal a man who has spent years preparing for the perfect opportunity to strike back. More importantly, his new position gives him an entirely different approach to confronting Baek Ki Tae. Rather than relying on direct confrontation, he now possesses the patience and strategic insight to dismantle his rival's empire piece by piece. This transformation suggests that the conflict between the two men will no longer be defined by emotion, but by intelligence, patience, and psychological warfare. Beyond good and evil. Perhaps the most intriguing element hinted at by Disney Plus's newly released images is that Made in Korea 2 seems determined to abandon the traditional hero versus villain formula. Instead, it presents two equally compelling figures, each driven by deeply rooted convictions and personal ideals. One man has climbed to the center of political power and is prepared to protect everything he has built. The other has spent 9 years patiently waiting for the perfect moment to challenge the system once again. This rivalry promises far more than thrilling action or political conspiracies. It explores timeless questions about justice, ambition, loyalty, and the corrupting influence of absolute power, topics that have become hallmarks of Korea's finest political thrillers. More than a sequel, a reinvention of the franchise. Disney Plus's decision to focus its first promotional campaign almost entirely on Hyun and Jung Woo Sung speaks volumes. It signals that the true heart of Made in Korea has always been the psychological chess match between two extraordinary men. 9 years have transformed both characters beyond recognition. One now stands at the center of authority, while the other emerges from years of preparation, determined to rewrite history. That lengthy passage of time has not weakened their rivalry, it has intensified it, adding emotional depth, political complexity, and unpredictable tension to every encounter. Based on what has been revealed so far, Made in Korea 2 is shaping up to be far more than a conventional sequel. It has all the ingredients to become one of Disney Plus's most ambitious Korean original productions, combining high-stakes political intrigue with powerful character-driven storytelling. If the first promotional images are any indication, audiences around the world should prepare for an explosive showdown between Hyun and Jung Woo Sung, one that could redefine the franchise and establish Made in Korea 2 as one of the year's most anticipated Korean dramas.